Okay, so this is going to be a very quick tutorial for the Gladihators game. It might be a little confusing in the very beginning, but I'm sure we can figure it out. Basically, as soon as we start, if we're starting the game fresh, there's a few messages that appear here explaining how we are the Warden and everything. We can just skip right through that, and we have at the very top 5 different menus. We have the Warden, the prison, we have the arena, we have cloning, and we have fight. This is the most basic menu. It's very simple to navigate through, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about each one of them. First off, let's talk about cloning. This is the first place we should go to as soon as we start the game, because we gotta make a clone. And how do we make a clone? Basically, there is a button here, big red button, hard to miss, that you can just hit, and it says create. It says how much it costs to make the clone. At the beginning, if I'm not wrong, I think it's about 200 or 500 cash to build it, but we basically create it, and it generates a nothing because you don't have a license. You have to go over to licenses at the very beginning and purchase the license to the corresponding character or corresponding clone that you really want. I just press on here, this big button here, to buy it or to upgrade it. As soon as you buy it, you can upgrade it to make it better, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And as soon as we have your tier set, you can just go here, and I'm gonna just exemplify it for you. I'm gonna hit create. It creates. Yes, it worked. That's awesome. Sometimes it doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, it makes a red flash because it has a probability of success. At the moment, I have a high probability, of course, because I have some upgrades, but I can show you that a little later too. This is how to create your first guy. You can make it random, but you can also click on the random button here, and you can choose exactly what character type you want to build, and it shows you the price. And if you go to tier 1, for example, it's really cheap, but if you go tier 2, it's a little more expensive, and then tier 3, it is expensive. So it goes on like this. The better the character is, the more expensive it's going to be. And to make it better, you can actually go here and upgrade the tier. I'm going to show you how to upgrade the tier. Let's say I want to make make it available for me to have Caesar on tier 8. I have tier 7 at the moment. I just press here and I can now get it tier 8. So if I go over here and I look for Caesar, yes, tier Caesar 8 is here. I can just buy it, and that's amazing. A really powerful guy, tier 8. So this is how you make the clones. There's going to be more options here that are still being implemented at the moment. This is the beta version, so really remember that all the time. And we are gonna go over to fight. Now when we go to the fight menu, this is the most important menu, because this is where we're gonna select exactly how to fight. We have 3 things here. We have two things. We have the menu to select the character we want. We just press on the character we want to select, and we have the menu of the place where we're going to fight. At the moment, we have unlocked, we have the very first stage. Everyone starts at Old New York. If I press in here, I can go to different sides. I have unlocked this at the very beginning. They are all locked, so you can only play here until you beat at least 10 fights. But I have already happily cleaned that, and I have made that progress. But I'm going to really test it on this platform here, because it is a very simple one. It says that the max tier that we can select here is a tier 3. The minimum is tier 1, and so I have to select a guy that is either tier 1 or tier 2 or 3, and I'm going to select the guy we just made a moment ago, this random guy. It's called Roman. Even the name is randomized, and we are going to try to use it and see how we do. So let's click on fight, and this is the fight scene. I think it's one of the most incredible things made, because they, you see, they do a little talk to each other, and depending on the characters they do different talks as well. It's really amusing, but at the moment this is the normal combat, and I'm going to really explain to you how it works. It's a bit confusing in the beginning because it's not like any other game out there at the moment. It is basically, we are not the fighter, we are the spectator. We are the, you see this guy over here and this guy over here, these are the ones, the wardens that are fighting each other. And what we do, we don't really control the player fights automatically, but we select, we choose what to say to the guy. I can say attack, I can say stun, and I can say defend, and I'm just dead at the moment. It was a hard fight, but yeah, even if you lose, you get some earnings, you do make some cash even if you lose, which is great. But yeah, I lost. So what I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to select a higher tier. I'm going to go tier 3. I'm going to select Abraham here, and I'm going to go and fight. And at the moment, well, this the menu that we have in the bottom here, we have different buttons that we can choose to make the guy say. I want to say attack, I want to say stun. If I say, let's say that I say that I press the button A, for example, if I press A and I say go back, retreat, you see he's saying go forward, go back, retreat. It kind of makes him go a little back, just not the character yet. And now he's got the gun and he's going to shoot me. So I'm going to go to him. I'm probably gonna die. But no, I am going to attack him and say attack. And yeah, different buttons here at the bottom, they do different things. At the moment my guy is fatigued, so he has to recover the stamina bar. If I say focus, for example, he's going to stop moving, and he see the guy, find your balance, that's what he's saying. He's going to recover the stamina bar, and now yes, you can fight again. You stun. If you do the stun, he's going to push the guy, and sometimes you can even push him off the platform, and if it does, he falls from the top of the menu. But at the moment, yeah, we just won, and that's good, and we made some earnings. Surprisingly, it's not as high as if we lost, but hey, it's all pretty much random, so it doesn't really matter. So this is how you do a very basic fight. You don't control the guy, you just control the commands that you give to him, and that's it. Now let's go over to this menu here, arena, and this is where you can select the different skills that you have, that you can actually buy for the game. You see on the left side you have different skills that you can acquire. Each of them has a little price next to them. Some are more expensive than others depending on what they do, but basically this is a little complex in the beginning, because you not only have to buy the skill, but on the right side here you have a little place to assign the skill to whichever key you want. So let's say, for example, I want to, I don't know, I don't have this laser blast yet. Let's go over to the laser blast, I click on it, and I want to buy it. So I press the button here to buy it, and there you go, it decreased my cash a little bit, and I have a level 1 laser blaster. That's great. So how do I do to equip it? You may have guessed it, it says right here, enter to equip. I press enter on my keyboard and I got it equipped right on the left side here. This is the beta version, so it's still not really upgraded here. It didn't change, it still says empty, but don't worry, that will be changed soon. But let's say, for example, that I want to go over to the satellite, to this last menu over here, And at the moment I have selected and equipped the brainwash. That's the skill I have over there. And I say, let's say I don't want it. I want to have, instead of brainwashing, I want to have mind control. I just click on mind control and I press enter, and it is equipped, and now it says mind control over here. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. And let's say I want to upgrade it to make it a little stronger. Instead of controlling my gladiator for 6 seconds, I want to control it for a little bit longer. I'm just gonna press it and it's now 12 seconds. That is great. That's a skill that will make me control my own character. It will give me a lot more freedom to play and to do the skills I want to do. But let's do the brainwashing. Let's equip brainwashing just for me to show you how it works. I'm gonna go over to fight and quickly explain to you how it works. I'm gonna select Caesar here. It's called the Sea Silad, and I'm going to do a fight over here just for you to see how it works. Now, if you notice on the left here in the fight mode, it says you hold shift. It doesn't say shift because it's being upgraded at the moment, it's being updated. There is a little glitch over here, but it is going to say it. So, and what I do, I press shift on my controller, and if I press shift, it actually shows me all the skills I have. And let's say I want to do a brainwashing. I'm going to do brainwashing, and right now I can control the player of the car of the enemy, and you see she's not moving, she's just jumping around, and it's kind of wow, that was a good combo. But as you see, they do a little mind control, a little brainwash of the enemy. So that's basically how you use the skills. I'm just gonna quickly jump in again and do another fight just to test some of the other skills that we got, just for you to see them. They're very simple as well, and I'm going to test them. So I'm gonna press it and I'm going to do shields, and you see shields just blocks them from really being in contact with each other. It's helpful if you need to rest or if you need to focus. It's really helpful. I'm gonna do a lava floor as well. You see there's lava now on the floor. If you fall off the floor, oh, he gets more damage for falling as well. And now I'm gonna do a flash. Flashes the whole screen. So you see, you get different kind of animations and different kind of attacks depending on what you get. You see there's weapons there on the ground at the moment. If I say weapon, I'm just gonna shout out, grab the weapon, grab the weapon. Oh, but my enemy grabbed it before me. He's going to kill me. No, I'm gonna try to see if I can attack him, but I didn't. I just died. And there you go. That's basically how you use the skills. And that's the skills you can get in the arena. Now, if you go over to this next menu here, prison, the prison menu, it's still being updated. There is still a little thing, things to be added to this menu. Basically, there is different things that you can add to your prison. You can put dumbbells on it. You can put a weapon vendor here that it makes the different things for the crowd to have more weapons. There's some of them don't even have descriptions at the moment. They are still being worked on. This is, remember, the beta version, so we are still thinking on exactly what's going to be the next update or the next little twitch that's going to be added to the game. But hey, there is a lot of things here that we can upgrade and that will increase your prison power. It's going to make your clones stronger. It's going to make your prison more prestigious, on all of that sorts. Now, if you go to employees here, there is also a couple of different things. You can have more guards. If you have more guards, they will reduce the chance of your clones really escaping the prison, and you also can do personal assistance and what's so not. But you have a scientist here. I really went for the scientist really fast because they have an increased clone success rate. So there is a success rate when you build your clone. At the beginning it starts with 50%. Every time you try to create a clone, you have a 50% chance that it's not going to work or it's going to work. And if you buy some scientists, it's actually going to make the percentage higher. So that's really something great for the beginning of the game. And that's what the prison is all about at the moment. Remember, everything is still being updated. If we go to Warden here, you can also see our achievements, different achievements you can have. Of course, there's also going to be more achievements implemented, but at the moment this is a pretty fun game. It looks really cool, and I hope this explanation really helped you to understand how to play it a little bit better. To exit the game, you just press the escape button on your keyboard, and you have this cool menu over here with this shaking letters and everything, and you can just say quit to Windows and you will exit the game. So that's about it. I hope you like it, and if you need to ask anything more personalized, you just leave a question on the Discord channel and we will talk to you, or send us an email and we will try to help you out. And of course, if you find more bugs or more glitches, please report them because we need to know what to fix. So thank you for listening and stay safe.